Yo, welcome everyone once again to the We Are Gamers series. My name is your host, Champ Tone, aka Psychosis, a gamer with a passion for Jesus and gaming. Word, Jesus loves you. On today's episode, we have a multi talented buddy of ours who's been on this show before, who now has this amazing ASMR talent that is just light years above anything anyone has ever experienced. Let me introduce, coming back to the podcast, Dildo the Great. Chalo bye. Chalo bye.
Well, thank you for having me once again. It is an honor and a privilege to be invited back.
Oh
Oh
man, yeah, it's
man,
it's been a while. You haven't been streaming, right? No streaming.
yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll
Uh
talk
oh.
about that in
Uh
a
oh.
bit.
Okay, that'll be the post. The
That'll be
post.
it'll probably be post,
We'll
but
see.
also probably during. We'll see.
Oh man. So what have you been playing, man?
TFT.
TFT. That's it.
Yeah.
Lies.
No, okay. Look, I played some ARAM. You know the vibes, but I honestly haven't touched. I haven't touched a ranked league in. Dude, there's like two new characters. I don't even know. I've just been playing TFT. Whatever's on the
Wow.
TFT roster is my current knowledge of
Wow. So
league champs.
your mental state must be so much better right now,
Bro,
then,
my
bro.
mental
Because
state is so much better because all I do is play ARAM, so I haven't even seen the
oh
new
my
characters in
god.
ARAM, and I only play ARAM like once a week.
Well,
I mainly
Aram.
just play.
Yo, it could get rough because they be doing serious tryhards in ARAM, bro. Like
Oh,
it's a
bro,
diamond rank game. It's like whoa, easy,
I
easy.
thought, I thought the bronze, silver elo was toxic, but then I started playing ARAMs regularly. Dang, man, I didn't know. I thought I was
Oh
in the
my
trenches
goodness,
before, but then I was playing ARAM, and
that's hysterical. So,
oh
is there
my
anything else
goodness.
you've been like really playing like in the last few months, or
My cousin has really been getting on. Like they got me into Lego Fortnite, so
no?
we like build and
Really?
whatever. But yeah, we played it. It's cool. It's fine. But
Is it good? I haven't touched
it's
Fortnite.
so like
The last
okay.
time I
I
posted,
haven't.
it was still building.
I don't play regular Fortnite. But
So
Lego
wait, wait,
Fortnite is
wait.
basically Minecraft.
So wait, is that a different game?
It's you know how in League, like the League client has TFT. It's like a different game, but it's in the same launcher.
Right.
So Fortnite's doing the same thing. They have a Rock
Oh,
Band
okay.
version, so
Uh,
but it's all within Fortnite. So you have to open up Fortnite to play these other games. So they have like a racing
oh,
game
that's
where they partnered up
interesting.
with Rocket League.
Yeah.
They have like a
Oh, are
Rock Band
they?
thing, which
Really?
yeah. And I
Wow,
don't
I
know if
didn't
they partnered
realize.
up with Rock Band for it, but then for the it's like almost like Minecraft. They partnered up with Lego, so all the building is like Lego based.
That must be a crazy
The
collaboration.
characters are all Lego based. So whatever like outfit you have or skin you have,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it gets turned into like a Lego character, and
Oh,
then you
that's
go run
cool. So,
around.
so the
It's
skins that
actually
you
kind of fun.
had, so the skins that you had in previous seasons, you can use them in the Lego version.
Correct.
Yo, that's hysterical. That's
So I
wild.
don't really have any skins in Fortnite. I had one skin
Mm.
that I got for free from doing like quests,
Nice.
and so that is like the one skin I have.
Got the
But
freebie.
my friend has like all the TMNT skins, so he'll just be like coming in as Mikey or
Ooh,
Donatello or whoever, just running
ooh,
around.
very
Yeah,
nice. Oh, that's fancy.
very nice. Yeah.
That's fancy. Yeah, that's
So
kind of
they just
cool,
turn into
actually.
like little Lego characters, and it's like Minecraft. I never played Minecraft,
Hmm.
but like I've played survival games, right? Like where you build and survive and whatever. Like
Yes, you
I've played
have.
those before, so it's kind of similar. Build a
Mm.
base, see how it goes, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and then
But honestly,
eliminate the enemy while you're doing it.
oh yeah, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't really played. Haven't been
Mm.
playing much. I went back to school, so that's been like a thing I've been doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
like
that's good.
apparently it's time for me to have a career. I guess
Oh
that's a
no.
thing you're supposed to do in life.
Oh no. Adulting.
So here we are,
All right. Well,
trying
I
to
mean,
be productive.
there's nothing wrong with that. Gaming
Mm-mm.
is our hobby. We love doing it.
Hmm.
That's why we keep doing it. So
Exactly.
why have you been playing those games mostly? Just because your buddies are playing them,
Um,
or like what is it that you? Because if you didn't like it, you wouldn't keep playing it. So what
they're
is it about
fun.
those games?
Oh, sorry. They're
Go
fun,
ahead.
but they're also easy. And like they're ones where I don't have to like give my full attention. Right, like TFT, I set up my squad, whatever's happening. My second monitor, I'm like studying, I'm doing homework, I'm like looking up videos to understand the movements of the body because I'm doing physical therapy.
Nice.
Is like what I'm going to school for.
Oh, that's what you're calling it now? Watching movements of the body?
Yeah, basically it's just me
videos?
watching. It's just me learning new twerk skills, new twerk tricks. But you know, we're gonna guise it as a.
So like belly dancing and stuff, you know, like the wrist movements. You watch the wrist movements while they're belly.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, so that's how I'm supposed to position my wrist to support me during this inverted twerk. Got it. Very nice.
Oh my god. No, that's cool actually though. So you're actually trying to do like full time, because I know you were in that field before. You know, I mean,
correct.
I don't want to give too much detail if you don't.
Oh
Which is fine. No. But yeah, I knew that's what you were doing before. So now you're actually going to do like the license side.
Right. So basically,
that's good.
I'm at the same company, and they love me there, as I mean, of course they do. And
they love the sexy bhaee.
They love me, yes. But nice. They've been like on me to like go to school. They're like, oh, go to school, like go to school. And I was like, no, I hate school. I don't want. Why would I go to school? That's stupid.
It's so hard.
You know, right.
So hard to go back. But I mean, that's a good clear path for you, bro.
Correct. It's like a solid way to make me some monies. Yeah. And so yeah, I'm back in school. I got into a program, doing the thing.
Nice.
And yeah, it's been cool.
So that's
a little
interesting.
Difficult. But
that's interesting though. So now you'll probably end up making more money too. So let me ask you something now. So, you know, I've been asking questions about, you know, budgets and stuff like that with gaming. So, you know, before really you went back to school, did you actually have a gaming budget? And now that after you get your certifications and stuff and be making more money, do you think you'll have to make a gaming budget because you'll start buying all the games again? And
I probably should have a gaming budget, but I currently do not.
Oh no.
But I haven't really spent money on a game, and I think the last time I spent money on a game was.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's been so long. I can't even remember. Yeah, no, I haven't spent money on a game. I haven't bought any skins. Good job, me. Yeah, I can't even think of the last time that I actually shelled out money for. We were gonna get that the Mines of Moria game. Bakash and I were.
Mines of Moria.
Yeah, it was a Lord of the Rings game, and it was kind of like it's kind of a survival game. Like you build, and yeah, you're going through the Mines of Moria basically. Like you're going further and further down. The further down you go.
Is this like an independent game? Oh, I've never heard of this game, believe it or not.
I'm pretty sure. Mines of Moria. Wow. I think, unless I'm butchering the name, but yeah.
No, Mines of Moria. Yeah. That's Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
No, I'm trying to give it something else. Yeah, it's not called like Into Moria. I'm pretty sure it's
Is it out
Moria.
yet?
Yeah. If I had to guess, because I don't remember, it's been out for at least. I want to say I've been seeing it like recommended to me for at least 4 months, 4 to 6 months in that range.
So it's pretty new.
It's fairly new, but it has been out for a while also. So yeah, I want to say if I had to guess, it's been out within like a 4 to 6 month window, because that's when I vaguely remember it kind of popping up on my radar.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've been following. All the games I've been following have sucked. Like I was following Starfield, garbage. I was following this other game, City Skylines 2, garbage.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Oh man, it's such a bad release. And then
it was supposed to be like amazing.
It was supposed to be amazing. You are 100% correct. It was supposed to be so good. Yo, bro, those trailers, remember, so I saw the trailers before I lost my sight, so I remember how good they were, right? So
yes.
So the first trailer, though, is in the Unreal Engine and looks almost like real life.
Oh,
and
my.
I thought the game was going to look that good, and it it
But
ended
they
up
hit you
not.
with the cutscene. The cutscene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not so much that the actual game itself, like the gameplay and stuff like that, is broken.
Oh, it was.
Bro,
Oh.
weird stuff happens in that game. I mean, there was one bug that you would literally get a column of water the size of the entire map from the sky falling on your entire city and destroying everything for absolutely no reason. I was like, "What is this?"
Just like a giant, like just
Bro,
a Kamehameha from the sky. Well,
like
just water.
like a divine
Oh my
extinction event
wow.
type of thing. I was like, "Wait, is this something is this part of the game?" And
So then, like, you're like, okay, so basically the counter is to build a giant umbrella, right? You just
yo,
like,
it
I
was
don't. How do you counter
it was
this?
so
Like,
bad.
how else do
No,
you?
it was just a bug and your game would be ruined. You know, one
Hmm.
time there was a weird explosion in a corner of one of my maps. I had no
Okay.
idea what it was, and it was like nuclear fallout for the rest of the game.
Oh,
This
nice.
weird yellow tint. I'm like, what the heck is It was so weird.
So, since I've never played it, I don't really know how it works.
Mm,
Like the first City Skyline.
it's a city,
So, is it somewhere along the lines of like, this might
Sim
sound
City.
dumb, but like roller coaster? Okay, I was the roller coaster.
So,
Tycoon.
no. It's in the
But
same. It's like Roller Coaster Tycoon in that
okay,
Right. So you're looking down, building up
okay,
things. So
okay.
instead of roller coasters and stalls and
You're
paths,
building like
you're building
skyscrapers and
roads. You're
roads.
building, well, not so much the skyscrapers themselves. You're
Oh,
building zones for the
oh,
skyscrapers to build from. So,
okay. So
so
like
if your
your
economy is
people
good,
build.
right,
Okay.
right. So you're trying to get the people into your city. You're attracting
Mm,
them with things like schools and stuff like that. But
we love
the
schools.
traffic is just dumb. Like
Mm,
it does things that you're just like, why are you going this way, bro? I remember I had a two-way highway, right?
okay.
People were stopping. I noticed a whole bunch of traffic backing up. I'm like, oh, what's causing this traffic? I go to the spot that it's happening. They're making an illegal. So the right lane, they're all making an illegal left turn to get off the off ramp that's there. When there's an off ramp right next to them, going in the same place. It's going to the exact
They're
same
playing too
place.
much GTA, bro. They're playing too much
Oh my
GTA,
good. I'm
bro.
saying to myself, what? I'm like, what is this nonsense? What am I watching?
And like,
It
so
was crazy, bro.
how do you even try to fix that? Because you already made the solution. They're just causing
You
the
know what I used to
problem.
do? I used because you could see the sim in the car, so I would
Mm-hmm.
find out where they live and destroy their
Oh.
house.
You're
I was
like,
like,
you're
you
the
know what?
problem.
Get
You're the
out of
problem.
here.
You're
Yeah.
the problem.
No, but then it kept happening. It was like the whole line of cars were trying to make the same damn turn. And I'm saying to myself,
Damn.
what nonsense is this? And there was a whole bunch of other things wrong with the game too. It was supposed to have like this because you know me, I like industry logistics and stuff like that. It was supposed
Mm-hmm,
to have
mm-hmm.
like a really deep industry logistics
Oh
system.
yes.
Garbage, bro.
Okay.
It didn't even work.
Basura. Like, okay, was it
Yes.
just basura or was it basura
No,
trash?
it
Because
was
that's like next
basura
level.
trash and
Oh my
however you
goodness.
say trash in Hindi, bro. Because
I
it
don't
was
even know how to say it. I was thinking about that like the other day. I was like, man, I should learn some Hindi because like my cousin, he's like, dude, we got to go to India, and I was like,
oh god.
he asked me, he's like, when was the last time you went to India? And I was like, never. He's like, what? He's like, you don't go with
Well,
your
you was
parents? I'm like,
born
bro,
here.
I was born here,
Right, you're
but
American.
also like my parents weren't even born in India, right?
No.
And
Really?
really, my pops was born in Fiji.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't even claim India, like
That's
not in a bad way,
yeah, but
but like
they watch the Hindi movies though, bro. I mean,
correct,
they
correct.
know Sunny Deol. Come on, man.
Oh, dude, who doesn't know Sunny Deol, dude? But like, so he was born in Fiji, so was my
Mm,
mom. I was born here in the States, but
right.
like, my dad, who's almost 60, has never once set foot in India because he's like,
Wow.
someone's like, you should go to India. He's like, for what? And
He
they're like, you
wants
don't
to
want to go
send
see.
you. He wants to
No,
send
he
you.
doesn't. He doesn't even want to send me. He's like, why would we go to India when we could just go to Fiji? And they're like, what? But like the
That's his
motherland,
motherland, bro. That's
he's like,
his
bro, I was born in
motherland.
Fiji, dog. What
Yeah,
motherland? Like,
that's
no, not what motherland. He's like, yeah, that's my motherland. Like,
yo, for real.
my mom had lived in India for I think a month or two with her uncle.
Wow. A month?
I think her parents sent her there to like experience India,
Oh god. She was like,
experience the
hell no.
homeland. And she was there. She actually said she liked it, but then
Okay.
now that she's with my pops, and he's like, India for what? So then she's like, all right, I guess we're going to Fiji again. Whenever they go to visit family or the homeland.
Fiji's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like Hawaii, where like the mainland isn't like super touristy and like whatever, but like obviously people are attracted to go there, so they go. Yeah, so you go.
That's awesome.
When you get to Fiji, like the city where like the big airport is there, that's like the city that my dad's from, and so it's not like run down, but then it's like it's somewhere in the middle of like developed and still kind of like
country,
like villagey, the village vibes.
Yep.
It's like in the middle because there's some tourist spots to like get the tourists, accustomed to whatever. They have little shops. And then, like, the surrounding cities are kind of a little more, like, village-type layout. They're not super developed. But then again, I haven't been there, like, in a couple of years. Maybe it's changed since I went last.
That's wild.
But, like, when I last went, like, 3-4 years ago, it wasn't super developed in that like, entry area, if you want to call it that.
But it's just something about being outside the States. It's different.
Yeah.
It's just so different. Sometimes you need.
But dude, those resorts are like super, like very nice because that's
very
where like the money is.
Yeah, those.
And
so you stayed there the whole time. Oh,
bro,
man.
you could if you can afford it. That's. But well,
now you'll be able to. Lol.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to school for, so I can be sitting there, oceanside.
Very nice.
But yeah, no. So that's like their whole thing or my dad's whole thing is like, I don't want to go to India. My mom wants me to go to India to experience it the same way she did.
Yeah.
My cousin wants me to go with him.
I would recommend going for a little while, just to.
I think
just for the experience, and then you come back and you'll be like, "Wow, that was an experience."
Yeah, my goal is to go.
Who knows? You might,
I want to like get school done and then like work for like at least a year and save up and like because right now my spending habits aren't the best still.
You're gonna come back
and my income ain't the best.
Ain't
no way, dog. That's what I'm really worried about. I'm scared. Okay, my cousin went to India for the first time, and he came back married, bro. I'm not trying to fall into this trap. That's a concern. That is a legit concern of mine.
She's gonna be like, I gotta get married. You're gonna be like, hell no. You're gonna get a horse. You're gonna ride to the wedding, bro. Pick her up from the wedding.
No, bro. Heck no, bro. Oh my god.
Oh man.
No, but that's what I'm like, dang. Because I feel like if I do go to India, like with family, I'm like, it's a trap, bro. They're trying to set me up. They're trying to lock me down. I don't even know her. I don't know her. Like, I don't know, man.
They're like, this is your wife. You're like, what?
Like, my wife? I'm like, what?
That's your wife. Yeah, exactly.
My wife. I'm like, oh no.
Man. Wow.
No, but like, it's not that I don't want to marry an Indian girl, right? I just haven't met one that I mesh with. But yeah, that's like an ongoing thing too. My parents are like, hey, somebody send pictures. I'm like, okay. I'm like, do you want to send pictures back? And I'm like, no, bro. I don't know them.
Just send the picture of you, with your chest out. Be like, that's it. Little.
I'm going to shave the Batman logo on my chest. I'm going to shave the Batman logo on my chest. Just shave everything else and leave a Batman logo and send it.
Oh my God.
With a cowl and cape blowing with a big old, with an industrial fan facing me blowing the cape.
That's what you got to do, bro. Said, gotta make the Facebook reel.
I'm gonna post that on my Shadi.com account. For those of y'all who don't know, Shadi.com is like this. It's like an Indian.
Oh no, I gotta rein this in. I gotta
know. You gotta rein it in.
Okay, so
you're gonna have so much editing to do.
So, do you prefer to play solo games or
No, ask again. You can leave this part in, but ask again. That was not smooth. That was not smooth. Ask again. We got this.
Oh man. No, that's actually pretty wild, man. But listen, Fiji's good too, man. You might find yourself a bride out there, bro. Be like California, New York. I'm from not New York. LA, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Why does she have a Mexican accent?
No, that's you, bro.
Why do I have a Mexican accent?
Oh man.
They're
looking at you weird because they're like, I speak English.
Yeah. I'm all trying to sound out the words. They're like, bro, I speak English.
Man. All right. So here. All right. So let me.
Okay,
All right.
ask again.
So in your gaming space, do you?
Hmm.
So the games you've talked about so far, even though we've talked about everything other than games at this point, do you really like prefer solo games, multiplayer? Like, what do you prefer to play?
I'm still more of a multiplayer guy, just
Mm.
like last time. I like solo games. Like, last time I think I did mention Red Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Games like that are like, man, I can get myself immersed in the story.
Yeah.
I'll play that single player all day. But usually,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still like wanting to do stuff with people because as like an only child, of course, like gaming was one way to like socialize in addition to like pass time and entertain myself, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like that aspect of it, I still like the multiplayer games just because it allows me to have like a social interaction.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I can still stay comfy in my house because I'd be lazy. And so like that's also huge for me, is that allows me to like maintain my laziness and my comfort while also getting to socialize, to feel like I'm
Yeah.
socializing and living my best life.
Mm. Very
So
nice.
that's
Even
another
though,
aspect of it.
yeah. All right. No, that's cool. I mean, maybe you find, or what, go go to Korea, bro. Get one of those Korean gamers to like.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, I know you like that.
Mm.
Try
Very
try.
nice.
I'm trying to do like your Indian parents, bro. I'm old. See, I'm all I'm thinking about is like
All you're doing is
setting
like, this
people up.
man's isn't married yet. Like, come on,
He
man.
needs a love match.
He
I'm the worst.
needs help. He needs help.
I'm a secret. I'm a secret
You
romantic.
know what? Be honest with me. Did my parents contact you to set up this podcast? They're like, look,
I
we heard the
cannot
first
I cannot
podcast.
confirm or deny. I get a lot of calls in Hindi, and I just respond back and like,
Like, we heard the first podcast. It was very good. Our son
hey,
needs your
happy
help.
ho!
They're just playing Chamak Chalo in the background.
Oh,
They called you. My dad's on speakerphone. Chamak Chalo's just
oh my
blasting in the
gosh.
back. Hello? Is this psychosis? Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's good. So
But
so
go
so
on.
what's your, you play a lot of games. I love this conversation has gone totally off the rails.
I can't wait for this 3-hour podcast episode to drop.
You play a lot of games. What's your favorite genre what's just your favorite genre to play?
My
Oh
favorite
man.
genre. I honestly I really like the whole survival, like build and survive types, like Valheim,
Yeah.
The Forest.
You were big into Valheim for a while, I
Bro,
remember.
we're about to come back because my cousin and I both have been getting the itch,
Mm.
and it's just one of those things like once the itch
Yeah.
strikes, it's like, okay, we got to play.
Yep.
And
They
so
got a
we've been
new
talking about
expansion
it.
too, no?
Yeah, so I think last time I was telling you, like, that's one of the things I really liked about Valheim is that they don't just like drop something and then they're like, all right, you can pay for this. Like, they pretty much said like, we're gonna slowly like put out this content.
Mhm.
And I think the same conversation I had with you last time, that like people would be like, oh my god, we did what you guys gave us, now we want more. And they're like, bro, there's like 10 of us. I don't know how big the team is now, but there was like 10 of them. And they're like, okay, give us a new content. It's been like 3 months. And they're like, bro, chill. Like, first of all, it's just a one-time pay. So it's not like they're generating like a crazy amount of like revenue.
They don't have like a battle pass or none of that? Do they have
not to
any,
my
like,
knowledge.
Do they have like DLC packs for like
I think they're just spreading out like whatever they raised. And I'm sure they're like getting like small business owners or whatever. Like they're doing they're doing the business thing, right? But in terms of like sales, that's it. You buy the game, you have the game.
They had a big it was a big game,
Yeah, it's huge.
Considered. It was
it had a lot of
such a
sales.
Small studio, right? It blossomed.
Like,
it was that was like a good success story.
My whole thing is like everyone's like, oh, well, give us more, and it's like, I get it. Like, oh, we spent you guys made all these sales. I'm like, dude, but that money doesn't just stay there forever. Like, they made these sales, unless they're doing like fundraising or whatever else. Like, they still have to stretch that money out, and they're probably still trying to pay their employees too. So it's not like they're just gonna like, oh, we get.
And that's such an interesting, I guess, business model because because I've talked to a few people, and we talk about these AAA games, how they have
Mm-hmm.
their game is
Battle
$70,
Pass.
which is
Yep.
fine, but then you got a $20 battle pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have $30 skins.
Of
Some games
course.
have $60 skins, which to me is
Yes.
a little wild. But hey, if someone's willing to buy it and they can make money off it,
Of
go ahead.
course.
But these games have all three,
Yeah, they're doing it
which
all,
which is
and
crazy.
the like yeah. So like I think what Valheim, I don't even remember. I think it was like $25 or less. I think it was less than
And that
30
was
for
it.
sure.
And that was it.
And that was it, dude. I played
Wow.
that game for literally months and months, and then I would like come visit it. I would come build up my
Right.
base. I'd do
Right.
whatever. Like I keep coming back. Like I can't stay away. I genuinely
Yeah,
love this game. Like it's
that's
so good.
wild. Like a game like
And
that, you
yeah,
would think they would have more stuff. They don't. I mean, obviously they can't, dev time costs money. So
right.
unless
And
unless
that's the
it's
thing
like a
that
side
people,
project, right.
yeah, people just like gimme, 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 and I'm like, bro, I want more content. Don't get me
Mm,
wrong, but I don't
mhm.
want it to be rushed, and I
Right.
don't want the people who are like doing it to worry about whether they're gonna eat or not. Like I'm just saying, like to build a bigger team, you need more money. If they're gonna do that, then they have to like whatever. And I'm not saying I
Right.
wouldn't give them more of my money. I really would,
Right.
but
And
and maybe they have a site to like donate to. I don't even know. I haven't checked. But
that's
like
an in,
they're not selling anything else.
yeah, that's an interesting point because
It's like,
because that's a topic that has come up on the show a few times, the whole thing about giving how if the game is good, people are
mhm.
willing to
Mhm.
give you money to keep it going. Whereas then you
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
but then you have the games that are going to try to fleece you for as much money as
Oh,
possible,
100%.
and the game is just okay.
Well,
It's
even
not
yeah, even like those games that fleece, like there's gonna be that percentage that's like this is the best game ever, and like that's great. I'm glad that you found yours, right?
right.
But then there's those ones like you said that are just like meh, we don't really even care,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like they're just like
yeah.
yeah, whatever. Like people are people are just gonna spend money on us whether we give them something good or not, and it's like all right, that's
And
nice.
and
And
those
like
are the ones that
you know what I
kill
mean? Like
me.
you know,
Yeah, and those
they
games are
just don't
they're
care.
they don't, and the game reflects it. Like
Mm-hmm.
they put more work into the skin than the actual
Oh,
gameplay.
because
It's
that's where the
like,
money is.
and it's like, but that's like trying to sell a car. So you're trying to sell a Lamborghini Shell with like
With a Honda interior.
no with a Volvo engine, bro.
Oh, oh, oh.
Like like a 2 liter
Mm.
V4 engine that could barely
Mm.
hit 100 miles an hour without the whole car shaking, but it looks like a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, it's all about the
oh,
looks,
you
dog.
you can you can pay more money to change the color of your Lamborghini, but under
Oh
the hood,
yes.
it's still a piece of junk. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's how it seems. But you're
what was
paying the
it?
Lamborghini
Oh,
price. That's the
so
crazy
there's
thing.
this guy I watch who he does all the finance stuff on YouTube,
Yeah.
and he was literally saying like, dude, people will pay. He was saying like how his cousin would
Hmm.
buy these skins in like games,
Yeah.
and he's like, he spends like a good amount of money on this like fake like Gucci or whatever, and he's like, dude, he's shelling out hundreds for fake Gucci, and it's not even like fake Gucci for him; it's fake
Wow.
Gucci for digital him,
Oh my
right?
god.
And it's like, oh, okay, like that, it doesn't make sense to him because he's like, well, if I can't actually wear it, why would I do it? But
Right.
like you said, people will spend, and
Wild.
so it just kind of depends on like, yeah, how's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
why is it happening? What's the people will spend money on almost anything, dude. Like almost anything,
I
people
know.
will spend money on it.
I gotta figure out how to tap into that somehow.
I'm about to start selling feet pics. I'm gonna have
Oh
a.
no.
If you guys see a guy named Curry Toes on Feet Finder,
Curry
give me your money.
toes.
Give me your
Curry
money.
toes. Oh my god. That's the account I'm staying away from.
I'm
'Cause
gonna call myself.
I'm gonna
I'm,
think it's recipes, bro. I'm gonna be like, hey babe, look, curry toes. Let's see what they got going on. She's gonna be like, babe, we shouldn't be watching this.
I'm gonna call myself Curry Toes, and I'm just gonna have crushed up Doritos on my
Oh my
toes.
god.
Oh
Oh my
yes.
god.
Um. No, but like, yeah, it's just one of those things where people will like spend money on all this stuff and this and that.
They
But
will.
then
They
when
will.
there's something like, like for example, Valheim, like that's my example. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, just give me more, just give me more. But they don't want to like contribute to it. They don't want to wait for it. Like they just want it to happen. But then there's
See,
like all these other things
but
that people just
usually
throw their money away to, and then they don't think about it
what I've seen is
because
that
it's whatever.
if the game is good and the community is really behind it, they'll spend money. They
Yes,
will, and
I can skip out on McDonald's for like a week, right?
there's
Like I don't need it.
there's a good medium where people will shell out money for your game if it's good.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have to do stuff to fleece them for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that balance I've yet to really see. It's either one way or the other. Like
Yeah, and so like,
you either got the gotcha game that you got to spend for every single. You know exactly what I'm talking
no,
about.
I
Every
know,
single
I know.
currency, and those are some of those are fun. I play a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really. They don't draw my attention, but I know plenty of people
Yeah, they'll drop.
that are just like,
Whew.
yes, very nice.
Yeah, very
My
nice.
$75 has finally paid off with a $7 invest. Like you know what I mean. Like, all right,
Right, and
'Cause,
those
like-
games they have different way. Right, so they have you could put in $5, you could put in $10, you could put in $20, you could put thousands of dollars,
correct.
and people will put in the money. But and sometimes some of those games are made that you can only progress up to a certain point if you put in the
Mhm.
money for it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you're gonna fall behind. And then the other stuff is purely cosmetic, or you just gotta grind for it. Which that's the in between that I see that works. So,
Mhm.
but wow, I just looked at my timer. My wife pointed to it.
I told you 3-hour podcast
I know,
episode.
right?
Gonna
Yo,
drop.
So what games don't you like? What genre do you stay away from that you just can't stand?
I'm gonna say probably horror games because I'm a little baby.
Nah, that's those are the games I stay away from too. Don't worry.
I
can be
I
a
don't
little
know. It's not that
berserk
I.
too. No, they scare the hell out of me, bro.
I'm like,
no.
I mean, I know.
thank
Yeah,
you.
it's not that I don't know why. Don't. I know exactly why. I'm a scared.
No, thank
But
you.
like,
Exactly.
but like, it's just like I don't know why I can't get over it. I guess like that fear.
Yeah.
It's just there. I'm like,
The jumping out, just scaring the crap out of you.
yeah.
Like, no,
and
thank
I'm like,
you.
oh.
Oh my god.
And then people are like, dude, but it's not real. I'm like, but my mind brain is upset and triggered,
No,
and I don't like it.
No, one of my younger kids loves those games.
Mm-hmm.
They love being
Some people
scared.
do. Like
It's
you
wild.
either do or you don't. Like
Yes,
it's literally you
yes.
do or you don't. There is no like.
Yes.
I mean, maybe there's some in between, but there's little in between. I feel like.
I don't think so. You either really like it or you're just like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm in the no thank you group because, yeah, no, it's just.
Forget
it's not my vibes. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no way. I'm not a fan of being scared in a video game. You know what I mean? Like I watch a crazy movie, that's a little wild. Even though I don't know, some like horror movies, I can't get into them. Like I'm just like, oh brother,
There's some like the ones that are like comedic and horror. Like I like obviously.
Oh God.
I can't
Scary
think of any
movie.
actually. Yeah, there you go. Scary movie or like Shaun of the Dead. Not that like zombie movies are necessarily scary, but like Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, I've seen those, yeah.
Fantastic. A little bit of
those
suspense.
are comedies. Those are comedies.
Yeah, exactly.
But they are horror comedies are how they're labeled. If
yeah,
it is but the games are not horror comedies. They're made to scare the living crap out.
Yeah, they're like they might have a comedic relief, but for the most part,
No,
I'm
the
like
jump scares. Oh my god,
yeah,
bro! When I used to play Fallout 4, the zombie that would rise up from the ground would make me jump for a second. I'm like, oh my god, this. Even though I would just like punch him in the face and kill him, he would scare the hell out of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's like slightly terrifying, 100%.
Yeah. So last year, I know you've been talking about school and stuff, and all your arranged marriages. So
yeah,
what were any main gaming highlights that you had in 2023? Did you have any
honestly nothing that sticks out?
It was a low key year for you.
It was a low key year, but that can transition into. You were asking about streaming, and let me tell you.
Oh yeah, what's up? What's up with that?
Yeah, well, what's up with that is earlier this year, I gave myself a deadline to start streaming again. It wasn't like it was like a soft deadline, right? I was like, you know what? By the end of there's only been 2 months that have ended so far. So basically, it is currently a third through March as we're recording. I told Lauda or Laura, you know her, Laura.
Mhm.
I told Lauda and Bakash that by the end of February I was going to start streaming. March 3rd,
Uh-oh.
Lauda's like, hey, so it's the 3rd. And I was like, okay, and?
Mhm.
And she's like, you had an extra day in February. And I was
Uh-oh.
like, all right, whatever. She's like, did you
Yeah,
forget?
it
And I
was a
was
leap
like,
year.
oh, right. And she's like, so where's the streams at? And I was
Oh my
like,
goodness.
So I don't know. I keep saying I'm going to come back to streaming, but I guess clearly it's on the back burner because I don't
I mean, we
know.
we talked offline, and you told me about your schedule, how much busier it's
Dude, I
gotten with
just
real
be,
life,
yeah.
and with
And then
the
like,
schooling, especially if you're trying to go for that, it's hard to do that and stream and
yeah.
go to all the love matching places.
Wow,
It's
oh my,
just
wow.
difficult. No, but
It's
seriously, it is
I'm
that.
practicing my body rolls, bro. I gotta get the
Oh my
technique
goodness!
down. You know.
As long as you don't have a pole in your house.
Oh, I
So
mean, I almost did. If we're being 100% honest.
hey, good
Because a couple of
exercise.
my friends were like, "Hey, put a pole in the living room," and I was like, when my parents visit, a little
they'll,
awkward.
they'll be like, "Son, what is this? Why
But
is this
they have
here?"
those the temporary ones you just kind of set up and you can tear it
Oh
down.
my god! But those there's so many. I've seen too many videos of people falling on
Yeah, and
those.
I already know that they don't support my weight limit. Like I am
Oh
above.
my goodness.
So,
Oh man. All
oh
right.
man,
So I don't think anybody knows you for any of your pole action, but when
no, no.
among your circle of gamers that you still roll with and stuff, what do you think you are best known for by
mm,
your buddies? I mean,
saying some stuff that just causes laughs. I don't know. Like I just that's probably the one thing I'm known for best is I'm just gonna come out of nowhere with some random left field phrase and then people
oh,
either
that's the
laugh or
best.
be like caught off guard or
That's
both and.
hysterical.
And I mean, that's just me. Like I'm
That's what
comedic relief. You
made the
know?
stream so fun, especially when you were like streaming with your cousin or some
Oh,
buddies
you
and
sure
stuff.
it wasn't like when I would like stick my phone in my headphones so I could have a conversation with my mom who called while I was eating Taco Bell while trying to win a ranked match? Like, those were the good old days.
Oh my
Like,
goodness. I mean,
that's
I
just
wouldn't say you were inting on purpose, but
bro lag, dude. The lag was
the
insane those
lag.
days. The lag was so crazy. It was
Oh,
like it's 200 plus years, but I'm still lagging. Like I don't
I,
understand.
or she did call you every time you streamed, which I thought was great.
She'd
I
do
was
it
like,
every time.
at least he talks to his mom. That's
And I
good.
was like, bro, I mean, yeah, but I'm like, mother, it's like I'm a little busy right now. She's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep talking. I'm like, all right. Well, I did acknowledge that I'm busy. You did accept. You acknowledged that I said I was busy, so that's nice. But then you also proceeded to like not care.
Oh my
And
goodness.
now, I'm like,
That's
okay.
hysterical. That's
Yeah.
hysterical.
So
Oh, yeah. So
yeah.
here we got we got a few more
Let's get
questions.
this.
We might end sometime soon in the next hour.
Okay.
So
In the next hour, got it.
so when you log on to a game and you got your friends list and you see certain friends and you're like, "Ooh, I want to play with this friend," or
Mm-hmm.
maybe a certain friend you're just like looking at them like, do I really want to partner up with Psych? I know he can't see. We're probably gonna lose. Like so when people see your name on their list, what do you think
Oh.
goes through their head? The first thing that goes through their head when they see
Oh.
your name on that list?
Okay, context. Is it like they haven't seen my name in a while, or
It does, either or.
there's no like either? Okay. Oh.
No. You give us the context of when it happens and what
It's
what
probably
you think
something
they're
along the lines of
thinking.
like, no thanks. It's probably something
Oh
around the
no.
lines of like, no thanks. Let's see who else
Oh
is
my
on.
goodness. Oh no, that's terrible. Really?
No, not really. I think. I
Or you
mean,
talk,
I'm definitely a good time.
or you talking
They
about
would have
me
to ask
actually?
themselves. No, they'd have to ask themselves like, dang, do I want to win or have fun? I think that's what they probably say. Because like, you can't do both.
Oh,
Sometimes you can do both,
oh
but
man.
if we're talking about on a consistent basis, we can't do both. Like, do we want to have fun or do we want to win? Because I'm going to give you
Have
one or the other.
I have
Probably not going to give you both
I
though.
have a few of those. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
But
man.
it's like I have a lot of fun with this person, but
I'm like,
we probably
we're
won't
probably
win.
going.
But
We're probably gonna get like
oh, that's
clapped, but like,
hysterical.
hey, we're gonna be laughing though. The laughter will be shared, but like, at what cost?
Oh my god. I don't know. Sometimes the laughter is worth it, you know? Like
Oh,
if you have a
100%.
good time, even
I've
if you
definitely had
lose.
a good time losing a ranked game. I've won. And it
Yes,
sometimes
I know you
you get
have.
lucky. Like the whole team is just
I've
like
been in a
vibing, and
few of
everyone's like,
those.
we're losing LP, baby, and everybody's just having a good old time. And those are the best games of League.
Oh my god.
I will say, I think I've had more fun
Oh,
losses in League than fun wins,
oh,
which is crazy to say out loud
that's
and
interesting.
have it be true.
Yeah.
But like, I think I can say with confidence that I've had more fun losses in that game than I've had wins.
That's
And
interesting.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
interesting that I said it because I can't believe those words came out of my mouth, but they did,
Oh my goodness.
and it felt honest, which is crazy.
What?
I mean, you know what else is crazy?
Why
I'm gonna
does
be
that
honest with
sound
you.
crazy?
You know what's
Go ahead.
crazy? This whole
Oh.
time we've been doing this interview, I've been playing a ranked TFT game.
Oh my! Did you win?
I'm in second place right now, but like we'll see. But hey, but at least I wasn't eating Taco Bell in your ear for this whole
Oh my
podcast.
goodness! The serious ASMR Taco Bell experience.
Dude, my friend was like, "You should do that," and I was like, "Who really wants to watch me
Bro.
eat?" And they're like, "Bro, have you seen yourself eat?" And I was like, "No." They're like,
Oh
"It's
my
kind of
goodness.
impressive,"
Bro,
and I was
you
like,
gotta
"Oh,
keep the lights dim, close your eyes, like get
dang, bro,
into it
stop! You're getting me excited."
with the sounds. Bro,
Wait,
you'd be
stop.
surprised. Remember what you said before? You were like, people will buy anything, bro. Listen,
Dude, I
do it.
don't
with
sell, right?
passion. Do it with
Bro,
passion, and you'll be surprised. No, I'm
people ask me
serious.
all the time when they're like, "How much do you make on OnlyFans?" And I was like, "Nothing right now."
Oh
They're like,
my
"What do you mean?" I
goodness.
was like, "Oh, I haven't been consistent. I haven't like been on." They're like, "Dude, but
The
like this is from
ASMR
like a
videos,
girl.
bro.
This is from like okay, I was at a certain type of club that is meant for gentlemen,
Of
like a
course.
week ago, and one of the employees of this establishment was telling me about this like guy that she met who
Oh.
like made all this money off of these couple pictures that were just like super steamy,
Mm.
geared towards men who like men. And she's like, bro, he made like $2,000 in tips just because of like
Wow.
people will like tip $2,
What?
$3, whatever. And he made off of like 1 or 2 photos, he made like 2 G's. And I was like, man, I gotta get better at marketing because some of my photos are like fire. They are like certified fire by several people, but I just don't market myself properly. And that's really what it is marketing. It's like some of these games that you said they're trash.
I have
Dude,
no
like you
idea
said,
how
some
that
of these
works.
games are trash, right? But people are spending money on said trash.
Yes, because
Why?
the hype that's
Because
built
of the
before.
hype. That's marketing.
You're right. You're 100% right.
That's marketing. I am just really
100%
bad at
right.
marketing.
Oh my lord.
I have
you are
like
so
quality
right.
content. I have like quality like my streams are entertaining, but I didn't market very
You
well.
need the hype.
Right? I just don't know how, but I market
That's
the
crazy.
hell out of other stuff. I'd be selling
crazy.
stuff
Like
all the
what?
time. For example, I've in the last 2 months, I've added 2 or 3 people, maybe somewhere like 2 or 3 people to the these outings to these clubs meant for gentlemen because I've just like sold them on it, and then they're like they like the experience, and they're like, bro, why don't you do like sales? And like you're so good at promoting stuff.
Oh my goodness.
There's this coffee place I go to
Being
where
a
the
legit
baristas are not as dressed as other coffee places. And in the last like 3-4 months, I've added like, dude, half of my company goes there now because I've just been marketing it to them.
way.
And I'm like, bro,
No
yeah,
way.
they really do. Like a lot
Oh
of my
my
coworkers
God.
be going there, and they're like, oh,
See?
the drinks are actually good. I'm like, I told
See?
you, it's not just
See?
good views.
See if you could like become a sponsor with your streams, bro. Oh, my
man.
goodness.
I really need to. That's what somebody was telling me. There's this girl who was telling me that.
I don't know if streaming even is worth it anymore. It just
I don't know. That's the thing too. Is like it's definitely more for fun. I don't.
You gotta do it if you.
I
like
never
doing
saw it as like an avenue of serious
Yeah.
income for me. Could I have probably popped off? 100%. I probably could have popped off because even like my cousin and other people were like,
Pop
"Dude,
off.
you're funny. You just
Pop
don't market yourself." And I was like, "What do you know about the quality of my content?"
Oh,
right?
my
But like, yeah, it's just.
they've watched your streams.
Anyways, gaming.
They've They watch your streams. Well, I mean, look, hopefully you can get back to it, man. I know you like doing it. If you like doing it, you should do it.
I
I
do.
mean,
I do like doing it, but like that's the thing is like I don't want to get caught up in that trap again of like forcing myself to do it.
mhm.
So then it's like, okay, well, am I gonna just go
Well,
into it accepting that I'll do a stream here, do a stream there, everywhere a stream, right? Like, you know.
give yourself so this is something I've talked about a few times, like goals. So this
Mm-hmm.
last question actually is about the goals. Did
Mm.
were there any like real goals set for you in 2023 in regards to gaming? I
Mm-mm.
mean, it seems like you've had other goals, like life goals, but I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it seems like gaming has taken a back seat. But did you have any gaming goals? Just off chance,
My
I
honestly,
asked.
like I'd say my gaming goals in a way have been met because I
Okay.
wanted to find a better gaming to life balance where like
Mm.
I
Oh,
was at
that's
a
a good
point where
that's
I
a
would
good
come
point.
home from work, right? And I just
Yeah.
want to play video games. And then all of a sudden it's like, dang, I didn't do this, and this.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
where did like my time go? Like what happened? But realistically, it's like, bro, you came home at 7 o'clock. You
Yeah.
played with your dog for like half an hour, whatever, did whatever. Maybe you made dinner. Maybe you forgot to eat because that was like my thing. I would just come home and I'd want to
Right.
like play with my dog, hang out with him because I love him. And then I would sit on my computer for hours, just like,
Mm.
and then all of a sudden I was like, oh man, I should go to bed. It's already like this time. And then it was like a rinse repeat. And then I was
Mm.
like, man, why is nothing getting done? It's like, oh, well, you work for 10 hours a day. Like you're gone to work, right?
Because
Like
you have
commuting,
you have adult
whatever.
life.
I have adult life. And then I come home, I neglect whatever I wanted to do when I got home. And like I feed my dog, I play with my dog, I maybe feed myself, I play video games, I go bed. That's like what I was
Hopefully,
doing.
hopefully you feed yourself. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Establishing a good routine and a good work life balance to keep yourself balanced. Because I mean, if all you did was work and weren't able to, unwind at all, you'd be a
Yeah.
mess. Forget it. You know what I
But
mean?
I also like so now I've been like going to the gym. I
Yeah.
don't spend as much time playing video games. Now I got to like studying into my routine. So I think in terms
Right.
of my gaming goals of 2023, yeah, I achieved them
Nice.
to an extent because I'm
Mm.
like able to manage my time better. But my time management is always like my weakest skill. I don't have good time
Mm.
management because
Mhm.
I got that ADHD time blindness where when something catches my attention, 10 minutes
No,
later, it's been three
no,
hours, and
not
I'm like,
not you.
whoa,
No.
what? You mean to tell me this 10-minute task just took 3 hours? Like, that's
Oh
crazy.
my god.
And
Oh my
so, yeah, so that's like my time management's basura trash for that reason
Oh
because I'm like,
lord.
bruh.
Wow. So what about
But,
now so how about this year? Do you have anything cuz it sounds like you
um,
do still have some goals, but now your
oh,
goals
yeah.
have changed. So,
Well,
anything pertaining to the gaming, even the streaming goals, like do you still want to do it or are
oh,
you still
you know
trying to
what?
figure out, you know?
Now
Cuz
that you mentioned it,
listen,
I did tell myself,
cuz goals are important, it's
oh,
good
yeah,
it's good to set goals, especially when you find yourself doing the same thing. It's like, okay, am I
over
just
and
going to
over.
keep doing the same thing or do I have is there
Do
some
I
sort
have
of end that I can
goals?
reach? Cuz when you set a goal, that kind of helps yourself, Cuz now
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, I want to get to this part, I mean, it works in video games. That's the whole point
Mm-hmm.
of checkpoints and levels and
That's
stuff
that
like that.
whole like if you can. There's been so many videos about if you can gamify your life, you'll get more stuff. I almost cursed. More stuff done, and
I'll tag it as explicit, don't worry about
no, no, it's okay, it's okay. You can get more stuff done, and like
it. Mm,
it's true. If you can gamify your life, you're gonna
yeah.
get more stuff done.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to like do that where I'm like, okay, like how can I make this task I need to do like into a game, like break it up into
Mm,
this part and like, you reward yourself with this. Cause you know how there's a whole thing. Like if I
interesting. Yeah.
grind now, I can save up my gold to
Right.
buy this piece of armor that will
Yeah.
help me later.
Right,
And
right,
for
right.
me, it's like I'll do like one task and be like, okay, I want to go do this for 30 minutes now. It's like, dude, no, you spent 5 minutes doing this. You can't give yourself 30 minutes of like
Mm.
whatever, because that 30 minutes always ends up being longer anyway. First of all. And secondly, like it's just not productive. It's not as productive as it could be. So
Right.
that is one thing
That's
that
an interesting that is a very interesting way of looking at it, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Gamify your life, but
If you
just to
can
give yourself
gamify your
goals.
life to give it just gives you those little
Right.
bursts of dopamine.
Mhm.
Because like for people who and that, again, I'm not like clinically diagnosed with ADHD, but everybody in my life's like, bro. Because even at school, one of my professors was like talking about, she's like, I'm sure there's at least one person in this room who has ADHD, doesn't want to go get like diagnosed, and probably hates school because they're not taking advantage of like the different
Oh my goodness.
like services that they can offer to you,
That's when you
or like
raise your
things that they
hand.
can do to help you with like your ADHD in school. Like there's certain programs they have set up
Yeah.
where like they'll either give you bonus time on an exam because you might have test anxiety or whatever it might be.
Right.
And she's like, I'm sure there's at least one person in this room, and I could tell she was like staring at me. And I'm like, bro, she's about to like, she's coming for me. She's in my mind brain, like, this is you. Go get this sorted. Like, why are you,
Oh my
I was like,
goodness.
man.
That's funny.
And
You're like-
so like, actually, my ADHD just kicked in so hard. I don't know where I was going with that. But like stuff like that. Like, I need to like, I've been trying so hard to like rewire my brain and just be productive and like, do all the things.
Right.
And it's been helping.
Allowing
like
yourself
my work-life balance, my work-life game balance, whatever.
It's
been happening in terms of goals.
Yeah.
So if I was going to set a goal for this year, it'd be like trying to slowly do more content, but it'd probably just be like recorded content, not like live.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I forgot to mention, I've been playing a lot of Brawl Stars. I don't know if you're familiar with Brawl Stars.
I remember that game.
Yeah, I still play it a lot.
Wow.
And I do sometimes screen record while I'm playing, and like I've been telling myself I'll just chop it up and like put it out later, and I never do because that's just classic me.
Oh, but you just need
But
see, a lot of people don't get that though with videos and recordings and stuff. It's not so easy. You gotta edit.
It's not.
You gotta change stuff up.
You gotta do a little voiceover to like add a little oomph to it.
Right. Depending on the video or podcast or whatever, you know what I mean? Like the way I have this set up. It's very minimally edited, like just the format of it, the way things go. It's like that on purpose because I know I physically wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that need to be done with editing. You know what I mean? Because of my own vision issues, I wouldn't be able to do all that stuff. Whereas before, I didn't have time because I was busy. With where I had a full-time job and everything. Now. Granted, I have a bit more time, but now I have totally different reasons. It's
it's like you got your time, but now your ability isn't quite
But I did keep doing it. You know what I mean? There was a time where I took a pause, but I kept doing it, and I was doing it as much as I could. You know what I mean? If I can do it, because that's also another thing, learning your limit. If
I think that's my biggest issue is like.
If you can only do a certain
everything
amount,
or nothing.
Yeah, and sometimes we want to do everything, but we can't. We just can't because there's just our life is happening.
It's happening. Exactly.
And it's not our fault.
You can only change so much. Yeah, you can only factor in so much and handle so much before it's like.
Right, because unless you're like a billionaire that doesn't have to worry about money and has people to look after your portfolio, but even then, they meet with those people to make sure they're still making money.
There's still time. Yeah, there's time involved. They have to like check in. Nothing is like just do it, and everyone's like, just do it. I'm like, bro, I get it. And don't get me wrong. I'll be the first one to admit that I'll be the first one to admit that I don't. Where was I going? I don't make the time. Like, I don't carve out the time. I don't set aside the time. I'm the first one to admit that my time management is terrible. But at the same time, you can only set aside so much time. Right? So, yeah, sure. Like, that's on me, but also, like, all right, I could have done better, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. But
kind of thing.
You know what I mean? You go forward from that. You don't just be like, all right, that's it. I'm not going to try.
You're like, okay, never again. Goodbye.
I mean, unless you don't want to do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it because it won't be good. You know what I mean?
Because it'll be rushed, it'll be forced, and then that's why I think my problem is I'm like, I'm going to stream every day, and then I try to stream every day, and then I miss a day, and I'm like, oh my God, I might as well just stop now because I missed a day. But it's like, or you could just not try to stream every day.
Right.
You could just try not to stream every day. And I'm like,
I mean, having a schedule helps yourself too, because then you start creating a new rhythm. You know what I mean? But make it a rhythm that's achievable. Don't make it a rhythm that you just can't reach, because then you're going to get more frustrated, and you're going to end up burning.
My life.
Oh my god.
That's how I
See, that's why you need to go to Fiji.
go to India
Yeah.
and find me a nice gal who can keep me in check. Got it.
Oh man.
Very nice.
I always mess with you about that. I don't know why. I think
No,
maybe
it's
because you're
just a
Indian.
thing.
That's why. That's
Yeah, 100%. Everyone's like, dang, like, family members like, dude, your parents haven't found you a wife yet? I'm like, what do you mean
Oh
my
my
parents
God.
haven't? Like, I'm not capable? And they're like, well, clearly
know.
not. I'm like, oh, okay.
They
it's
know
like
how
that.
that
All
culture
right.
works.
I'm like, what, you think I'm not capable of finding my own wife? And they're like, well, clearly you're not because,
God.
and I'm like, oh, well, that's a fair point, I guess. I can't argue that because I haven't.
Gotta get the gamer wife. Oh my
Oh,
God.
yes.
All right, here. This was actually really good. Let me
This-
just wrap things up. Yo, Dylan, thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this episode. I'm so glad we got to connect, man. It's been a while. I know you've been busy. I've been busy. We've just been, doing our things, but it's good to collab once in a while. I really appreciate you taking the time. I know we had a lot of hiccups trying to get this episode.
I hope all the I hope all the rain checks were worth it, man. This was a fun time.
It genuinely was. All right.
Man.
So here, let me wrap this up real quick. All right. So everybody who was listening, oh man, thank you for letting us grace your space this day. Remember, you are awesome. Jesus loves you, and ganadora.